Well, as you can tell, my name is Austin. I am a slow rider. I was born in the 90s. I was a 90s baby. Mm-hmm. 90s were a great time. Well, for cartoons, I don't know about anything else. So, I was born in Tacoma. Uh, well, here's supposed to be a drawing of the Narrows Bridge. Like I said earlier, I'm no artist. Please forgive me. Those squiggles you'll see is water. It kind of gets better as it goes along, but not really. I was born on May 24th, 1994. This is supposed to be a hospital bed. Didn't really turn out well. God, why do I even try? Now this is not really much better, but it's supposed to be me and my mom. That's supposed to be me coming out of, well, yeah. Has this gone too far yet? Probably not. Those are exclamation points, by the way. I was a long labor, apparently. According to her. I don't think so, though. She over-exaggerates things a lot. That's the hospital I was born at, St. Joseph's in downtown Tacoma. It was in the bad part of town, by the way. Hilltop, well, it's not really bad anymore. That's kind of the east side now, and sort of the south side, which you'll see later. We lived with my grandparents until the year 2000. They still live where they do now, and right now I live right down the street from them. So we've moved up in the world, sorta. We moved to an apartment in South Tacoma in the year 2000. It was a pretty cheap apartment. Not, well, sorta. It had 2 bathrooms. I guess that's kind of a success, right? Maybe, maybe not. They were alright. There weren't really any bad neighbors. There was this hot chick that lived upstairs from us. She had hot daughters too. So I would say she was a MILF. This is kind of turning into an anti-Draw My Life, isn't it? Anyways, this is a horrible rendering of the apartment. It was right next to a golf course. Tacoma Firs, I believe. It was really, really moldy inside. Well, not really, really moldy. We lived like in the bottom level, so it was only moldy on the bottom level, and I got really sick from the mold. It was horrible. Oh, I was also in first grade in the year 2000 to 2001. It's been a while. My teacher said I should go to the doctor because apparently I was behaving badly and I was hyper. So the doctor diagnosed me with ADHD. I eventually took medicine, and that explains a lot. If you watch my previous videos, it explains a whole freaking lot. First through 8th grade was really hard for me. I barely had any friends, and the friends that I did have, I am still friends with today. In 2nd grade, I started to make some friends, but all I remember happening is 9/11. I remember watching on the news what was going on in New York City, all the way across the country. I live in the West Coast, okay? And I remember going to school that morning. My teacher was really sad. We really didn't understand what was going on, but we would all learn to figure out that it was Al-Qaeda or Al-Qaeda. However you pronounce it, it was their doing. It was really, really tragic. 3rd through 5th grade and parts of middle school I was just on a sugar high, I would say. Really don't remember much, but nothing really bad happened, I would assume. I do remember my teacher throwing one of the books I was reading. I was reading Garfield, not really a book, but anyways, he threw it all the way across the room. So yeah, that happened. Thus begins the part when I start to talk about middle school. Well, not really. Middle school is all bad. 6th grade, it was alright. But throughout middle school, I went to the nurse a lot. There's a drawing here sooner or later. But anyways, I went to the nurse a lot, pretended to be sick and not feeling well, just so I could go home. Now, let's be honest here. How many of you actually did that when you were younger? Or was I the only one that did that? Yeah, middle school was just all bad for me. Not really gonna talk much about it, but I went to the nurse a lot. People were rude. People were doing drugs in 6th grade, which is kind of depressing. I wasn't one of them. I've never smoked my whole life. I went to a high school where a bunch of local celebrities have went to, such as Marcus Trufant, Ted Bundy, who's not really a celebrity, he's more of a murderer. Del Chihuly, you know that glass bridge in downtown Tacoma, he did that. Maybe a football coach or two. Desmond Trufant, who now plays for the Atlanta Falcons. By the way, good luck, Desmond. But high school was honestly one of the best 4 years in my life. We called the school the Woodrow. You could assume it was named Woodrow Wilson High School because, well, it was. I'm also really, 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 really bad at math. So that's why I can never work anything with a cash bag. Sorry, boss. Yeah, there's stories behind that. In 9th grade, nothing really bad happened. Well, I failed 2 classes. Haven't failed any since then. Well, I've graduated, so you can see how that turned out. But there was a lot of peer pressure. A lot of my friends were doing drugs. I have not caved in at all. I'm still drug free. And here would be a picture of a stoner if my camera didn't die. Well, my camera died, but anyways, here's one of my best friends, Sonny. Tyler is on his right shoulder. Well, baseball's a pretty big part of my life right now. I work for the Seattle Mariners, and also, Sonny and I are going to Vancouver this July, yeah! Well, what can I say about, well, this guy? His name is Ricky. He likes the Seattle Sounders and all soccer. If you're a Timber fan and you're around him, best of luck to you. But yeah, this is Ricky. He took me to my first soccer game. What can I say about this man right here? Mr. Alex Larson. You and I have walked the Narrows Bridge to and back, 15 miles from my house to Gig Harbor. Man, I would do that all over again. That was such a fun day. Also, dude, we've been best friends for a while now, and I hope it stays that way for the next 55 plus years. Also, go Hawks. Those two on my right, I have a lot to say, but those are two of my best friends in the world. We've almost been through it all. We deal with a lot of crap, but we get through it. Right now, life is pretty freaking great. As I said, Sunny and I are going to Vancouver, BC this coming July, which, looking at my invisible watch, is next month. Also, Alex, you're one of my best pals, friends, whatever. We gotta get to training camp soon, man. It's gonna be a freaking great year for you, me, and Sonny Spencer. Sonny, I am sorry for all the, years of annoyance. But I'm getting better. You know this. Here's to a good life, man.